Hey, we are back. As you know, I'm RFG substituting for BKP, who's in PA. Got enough acronyms?
We need to throw a few more in there.
Yeah, that's right. I'm joined, as always, on Friday, right after the All-Star panel, by Jessi Barton, the Community Relations Director at Cameron Hall. And where are we going today, dear?
Well, in my mind, I'm in Apalachicola Bay where I was last Friday.
Oh, nice.
So
How was it?
it's always gorgeous
Yeah,
down there.
did you have any fresh oysters down there? Oh, you're not an oyster
I'm not
gal,
an
are you?
oyster gal.
Yeah, you.
But
we
my
talked about that.
party had plenty of them.
The operative word there was party.
Yes,
Did you do any of that? Partying?
Well, there were 9 of us in the house.
Okay.
So every day was a party.
Okay, yeah. We've got 6 in the house right now.
Yeah.
At my place, and
Every morning, every night.
last night was a party.
Yes.
I'm surprised I got up on time this morning.
Well, I'm glad you did, so you could be here.
Did
Sorry
you hear
I
the
missed
rain?
Brian.
Did you hear the rain?
No.
It poured last night here in Blue Ridge.
How did I miss it?
I don't know. Maybe you were sleeping sound,
So-
recovering from your party in Apalachicola.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
let's
yeah.
focus on Cameron Hall this morning and tell us what's going on there.
So, this week it's been interesting. Of course, when you get back from vacation, it's always busy, but
Catch up, huh?
I have a special person that I have been working with.
A resident?
She's a potential resident.
Okay.
So she's interested in moving in. She realizes that she's not quite able to stay at home, but so she's going through the emotions of having to give up the home. But what hit me this week is, because they were like, oh, she called while you were out, to talk to us too. She doesn't have anybody to help her.
No one can share that decision-making process with her.
Right. And there's things such as getting her husband's DD-214 from the military. She needed that for a VA benefit, and then she needed a physician's report. And then she needs to go to the courthouse to get a death certificate for her husband for the VA. And it blew my mind that I was like, oh my goodness. Because my husband and I don't have children, so I was like, what are we going to do when the time comes? Who's going to help us? She's a widow.
Right.
One of her neighbors has been friendly and helped do things around her home for her. And so she's kind of relying on him. And then she looked at me and she said, if it wasn't for you and him, I don't know what I would be doing.
Right.
So it's things like, who's going to help me line up to get all this furniture somewhere? Who's going to help me downsize? Who's going to help me pack? Who's actually going to physically help me move?
So what are the options? What you've gone through this process in your mind. I've got someone out there, potential resident, no family. Her spouse has passed away.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to make all the arrangements to take care of that process, and she realizes that she really isn't capable of living by herself.
So the interesting thing was, she was like, I think it's going to be easier to just forget it all and I'll just stay in my townhome. Which she knows is not a safe decision anymore because her bedroom is upstairs. She's having trouble climbing the stairs, but it was so overwhelming to her and so many things to think about that no. I know it's not good for me to stay here, but it's just easier.
Well, it sounds like it's a good problem to have because you're facing the reality as an institution. Cameron Hall now realizes this is a real issue out there.
Yes, it is.
So it's one of the things that you can do to kind of lessen the load is thinking through the process. How can I help this person?
Right.
Do I solicit volunteers out there who might want to reach out and kind of be look over this person's shoulder for him.
Right. And so I'm helping her through the VA process, which has been so enlightening to help get that pension for widows. So I feel twofold. I feel like I've learned something personally, and then I feel like I'm learning professionally, because now I feel like if you call me about the VA benefits, I'm going to be able to say, oh my gosh, it's worth it, but here's the things you need to do. But it also makes me want to encourage you, if you don't have children, or you have children that may not be in the picture, or you have a spouse that's passed away and you are still by yourself, maybe make those arrangements with somebody. Find a trusted advisor, whether it's a clergy member at your church that's willing to do that. I have a lady at Cameron Hall whose clergy is very willing to do that for her and act as her power of attorney. Go ahead and make a plan, even if you don't know that you'll ever use it.
Well, I mean, it's good that you're thinking through that process, and you can, excuse me, I know you've got other facilities within the whole organization, so you can probably share some of that, and make sure that make sure that those challenges are met before they even happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then we are seeing a trend, because with the baby boomers, you're also seeing people that didn't have families. And so what we're seeing emerge in the industry are things like, they're called geriatric care managers. So they're there to walk through the process with you. They can serve as your liaison. We're seeing some elder attorneys offer services to just be that contact person for you, to help you make those decisions.
Just to facilitate all those necessary things that you've got to, the chicanes of the paper trail.
There's a ton when you're dealing with VA and insurance, and it can be overwhelming. I can't imagine telling this little lady, okay, I need you to go to this office in the courthouse and pick up this form, and then I need you to walk over to this office in the courthouse and pick up this form, and then I need you to drive down here and go to this place. It just, and it's unethical for us to act as power of attorney, obviously.
Right.
So
you need kind of a clearinghouse.
It's an interesting situation that I'm curious to see how it continues to evolve.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll figure it out. We had
Try.
I think I've mentioned several times, we've got some house guests, and the question came up last night when I talked about Cameron Hall. Do you have, and I thought we had talked about this one time, do you have bring in any companion animals at all? Or
we do. We have pet therapy 3-4 times a week. But we also let residents bring in their pets. So we've got residents that have a cat. We've got residents that have small dogs. We even have a resident who has a parrot.
Really?
So
Polly want a cracker, huh?
Yes.
Does it talk?
It does. His name is Quaker. It's really cool.
That is cool.
So,
I bet you that's a point of conversation for a lot.
Yeah,
too,
you hear it squawking when you come in the door, and it's like, wait, where's the bird? So, but we do have volunteers that bring in their pets. So it's a really good thing. Yeah.
Are the residents allowed to have pets?
They are.
They are.
Yep. So that's where the bird comes from.
Okay.
And yeah, so if they're able to take care of it, like take a dog out and walk it, they are welcome.
As long as it's domesticated and it's not going to be a mini pony like we talked about before.
When y'all were saying that, I was like, ugh, we may need to rethink our policy now. We'll have somebody wanting to bring in their donkeys and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Mini horses, a pig.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, why not a pig, right?
Why a little potbelly pig?
Right?
They do grow up.
They do.
Yeah, anyway.
My husband would like to say that they become bacon, which is horrible to say. So I'm sorry if I offend any pro-pig folks out there.
Pro-piggers, yeah.
That is what he tells me every time I say that I want a pet pig.
I know. We've just offended all the PETA people out there.
Exactly. They're going to come for me.
I don't care, because we've got the pet of the week is here.
Yay!
Who you got, Rena?
This is Atlas.
Atlas, don't shrug on me today, okay, buddy? It's always fun to be with you.
I'm glad to see you this morning.
I'm glad to be here, and glad you had a good time down in Apalachicola.
Sorry we missed you, Brian.
You contributed to the economy a little bit, I'm sure, down there.
We did.
Nice.
We ate at some nice restaurants, did some shopping.
Good for you.
Yeah.
All right. When we come back, we always appreciate Cameron Hall and Jessi Barton, who always brings us great, insightful information every week. When we come back, we will have the star of the show, the pet of the week. It's going to be Rena, and she brought Atlas with us today. So,
Atlas,
Josh, if you'll please take us to break.